Hi everyone, welcome to the Buzz launch event. 26 years ago, I walked into my first internship, a small office in London where a team was building a robotic hand to restore dexterity to people who'd lost it. That's where I fell in love twice. First, with what exceptional teams can create together, and second, the idea of robots that help people do more. Did you know that the first surgical robots were designed not to replace human hands, but to steady them? And that's our philosophy. Your talent should aim at impact, and the tedious tasks should be handled by an assistant that loves them. Today, we're unveiling 3 powerful ways to hand off the worst jobs in your day to a new kind of assistant. You'll walk out of here with tools that you can use this afternoon, and I'm thrilled to introduce Eric and Kate and the sheer brilliance of what they've built with your feedback and partnership over the past year. Now that you've seen where we're headed, let's start with one of the biggest ways to save time in your day, your inbox. Kate's going to show you how Buzz completely reimagines email. And make sure you stay until the end for the exclusive discount code that only you, our launch attendees, will receive.
Thanks, John. Hi, everyone. I'm Kate, and I lead product marketing here at Hive. Let's start with one of my favorite things, keeping my inbox under control. Today, we're introducing Buzz Mail. It's a revolutionary tool that turns email overload into organized action. It reads, sorts, and responds intelligently so that you can focus on the work that matters. It's like having a teammate who always knows what deserves your attention. Let's take a look. Here's your inbox in Hive Mail. It should look very familiar to what you're used to, but the difference is that in this inbox, Buzz is constantly working on your behalf. He thrives on the repetitive details so you don't have to. Buzz automatically reads every message and categorizes it by what needs to be done. Here I'll show you the list of categories. These are called auto labels, and this is how Buzz handles each category. Needs reply is going to be emails where a response is expected from me. FYI is for informational emails that don't require any action. Notifications include automated updates from services and apps. Calendar is invitations and updates for my schedule. Awaiting reply is emails that I've sent that are pending a response. Done are conversations I've completed, and auto-archived are low-priority emails still visible in your inbox. Let's dive into some real emails. I'll first show you why auto-archive is one of my favorites. As a member of the marketing team, it's not uncommon to receive hundreds of promotional emails a day. I get advertisements, promos, and unnecessary clutter, and Buzz just quietly sweeps them out of my inbox. And he doesn't just filter, he learns from you. I can tell Buzz exactly what and which messages I want to see. Let's quickly dive into the FYI label. So this holds emails that you need to read to keep yourself up to date, but with no next steps. I can read and archive, secure in knowing I didn't miss any action points. This helps us to keep us organized, but let's look at something a little bit more powerful. So I'm going to dive into the needs reply label. This holds emails that require a response. We're going to dive into some examples. So first, we will look at a email of a customer renewal. So here's confirmation of a customer renewal, which is great news for the team and definitely a communication that we want to respond to. Here, my customer includes their new billing information and renewal details. They're really happy with Hive and they want to complete their renewal. So let's scroll down and take a look at what Buzz recommends in the suggested next steps. First, he's drafted an action to update the billing contact and verify the ACH method, as well as go through any other processes needed for renewals. He's also drafted an email reply to send. He's learned from my personal tone to ensure it sounds just like me. All I need to do is scan, make sure I'm happy with it, hit execute steps, and my job is done. And if I don't hear back for a few days, Buzz sets a reminder automatically. Now, understanding my personal tone is very helpful, but a lot of my emails do require knowledge about my role or factual context. So we'll head to this next example, and you can see the customer is asking for details on our SOC 2 for their vendor compliance regulation. That requires internal knowledge, which no other AI tool would know the answer to. In our case, Buzz uses a history he's built of my world and my preferences and Hive's internal knowledge so he can write a smart and safe reply and one that I can approve and send in just seconds. So he's looked up our latest report, he's used that information to inform the draft and give it an accurate answer again. From email inbound to accurate, helpful reply in just one click. But he can also help us a little bit further than just replies. He can deal with all the admin that we deal with when we book meetings. Let's dive into the next example, which is a lead asking to book time with me. Buzz has recognized that this is someone I'm happy to meet with. He's checked my calendar and he's drafted an email with my available time slots. All I have to do is simply execute the steps again, and one more thing has been lifted off my plate. Each of these admin things may not take a long time, but together they add up. In our last example, this is going to be a meeting request from a contact. So offering slots is helpful, but Buzz can do a little bit more. A prospect is confirming a meeting time. Buzz has already been quietly working on my behalf. He's already read the email and suggested a polite confirmation, as well as created a proposed Zoom meeting invite for the correct slot. I quickly scan to make sure that everything looks accurate, and I execute his suggested steps. I've done 3 pieces of admin with just one click. The truth is, Buzz completely changes how I handle email. It cuts down on everything I have to read, keeps everything organized, and helps me reply in a way that actually sounds like me. Email is just the beginning. Buzz isn't limited to your inbox. It's your assistant for every part of your workflow. Now I'm going to pass it off to Eric, who's going to show you how Buzz helps you plan, organize, and execute real work.
Thanks so much, Kate. Hey everyone, I'm Eric Maysiel, and I lead the engineering team here at Hive. What Kate just showed you is only the beginning of what Buzz can do. She walked you through how Buzz helps you manage your inbox, but today I want to take that one step further. Let's look at how Buzz helps you with your real work, with planning, organizing, and driving projects from start to finish. We can use Buzz as an assistant that we give real jobs to, and you're going to be surprised at the complex things that Buzz can do. This technology has been battle tested by us here at Hive internally. It works really well, and it is already live in your workspaces now for you to test this afternoon. For every project, it starts with a great idea, a tight timeline, and a dozen moving parts. Before Buzz, someone would have to create that project manually, set up all the tasks, assign owners, add all the meetings, and this could take hours before you're really even ready to get started on that project. You're going to be surprised at all the things that you can pass over to Buzz. With Buzz, all of this happens in just a few seconds. So I'm going to go over and open the Buzz Assistant, and you can see that window here. And now I'm going to ask Buzz, create a project plan for our Buzz launch in 90 days from now, add checkpoint meetings for presenters, to do a dry run, create a presentation for our team with research on best practices for this product release webinar. And I'm just going to go ahead and send that over to Buzz, and we can watch him get to work. So you'll notice Buzz is generating a complete structured project plan for us. He's created the project, and now he's started creating some sections to organize that project. Next, he'll create the actions within that project. And soon, Buzz is going to generate milestones, deadlines, along with owners for all of the product launch items that we're going to need. And all of the work Buzz has done in just a few seconds. Everything here we'd normally have to build out manually, but now it's automatically built out for us. And notice how the timeline makes sense, each of these items in order, and each of these pills that Buzz has generated for us. You can click into each of these and start to see the entire project and its timeline. We've also asked Buzz to create some checkpoint meetings along the way, so let's see how that's going. Buzz decides who needs to attend each of the meetings, checks all of our calendars, and finds the necessary open slots to propose these calendar events. Now with each of these, I can go ahead and just click to confirm and make sure that we send those out and schedule those events and get them on our calendars. We also asked Buzz to create a whole presentation for us, so let's take a look at how Buzz did. All right, well, I'm an engineer, so I'm not much of a designer, but that's way better than I would have done, and these slides look great overall. In just a few seconds, Buzz has put together what would have taken me a really long time. Just to emphasize, everything you're seeing here is real. The end-to-end automation driven by Buzz, with him coordinating all the next steps that need to happen behind the scenes. What's even better is that Buzz remembers everything about our work, our projects, our preferences, and even who's best suited to jump in and tackle any of these tasks. Over time, the more you use Buzz, the more he'll learn how your team likes to operate. He knows that our product launches always include dry runs, content reviews, and partner enablement. So the next time I say, Buzz, start a new launch plan, he knows exactly what he's going to build, and he builds it the way that we prefer it to run. It's not just a memory, but it's a continuous experience that you get to update with your own personal AI assistant in your workspace. Now we're going to need a press release for this launch. So I'm going to come over and ask Buzz to draft one. I'll open up a new chat and say, hey Buzz, can you create a press release for this launch? Buzz uses the knowledge he's built up and the context of the project that we're in to go ahead and begin drafting a press release for us, taking into consideration all the real project details he's already built out. This looks great on the surface, but I'm not exactly a PR expert, so I'm going to bring in Kate and ask her to help me out. Right here in the Buzz chat, I'm going to @mention Kate, and I'll ask, what do you think about this? And send that over. And as Kate pulls up a laptop on her end, she'll be able to see my message and respond to that message, and I'll see that all natively here in our chat. This is now a three-way chat between me, Kate, and Buzz. And Buzz has started responding here because Kate has mentioned him to get to work on her behalf. She said, that looks great, but let's make this headline more compelling. And you'll notice Buzz has already started editing this live document with us, selecting the text, inserting what needs to be inserted in the right places. And this is the best part about collaborating with Buzz in your workspace. It's not just an environment where Buzz can create something and ship it off, but it's a continuous workspace where you can work together and shape and mold what needs to be done. Buzz is the intern I always wish I had. And so to wrap things up, John's going to show you how Buzz keeps you moving wherever you are.
So amazing stuff. Okay, so you've seen Buzz handling email, projects, and team collaboration. But let's be honest, most of us aren't sitting at our desks all day. I'm personally often on the move in meetings or traveling. So I need Buzz wherever I am, and that's where Buzz on mobile really shines through, with Buzz right in my pocket. So I can talk to him just like I would talk to any teammate. Let's say I just walked out of a customer meeting. Instead of opening my laptop or typing up notes, I can just record a quick voice note. Hey Buzz, research the latest trends in healthcare AI and draft a follow-up note to my Delta meeting with those in mind. Buzz picks that up instantly. He's working on it whilst I'm traveling home. And when it's done, I get notified. The note is ready, it's organized, and it's shared automatically. I don't have to think twice. And that's the power of having Buzz in your pocket. It keeps your work moving with you. So what you've seen from the three of us is really the beginning of a new chapter, not just for Hive, but for how teams everywhere will work. Buzz isn't here to replace anyone. He's here to amplify everyone, to take on the busy work, the repetitive clicks, the inbox chaos, so you can focus on creativity, leadership, and impact. This moment is the combination of everything that we've built together: our customers' feedback, our team's obsession in solving real problems, and our shared belief that automation should make people more human, not less. So here's our invitation. Experience it for yourself. Go sign up for Buzz on the shared link and see what happens when your team has a personal intern built to help you all move faster. For anyone who's attended the session today, we're offering a special code for Buzz that will only run through the end of today. The code is Buzz Mail, as one word, and it will get you 15% off Buzz forever. Thank you so much for attending today. Thanks for meeting Buzz with us, and we look forward to improving Buzz with your feedback long into the future.